All right, so now we are live on all platforms right to the now.
Okay.
Y'all know I have to repost. Give me 1 second on Twitter. All right, let me.
It's Jeezy in the house. All right.
I'll do this. I don't forget how to do it.
What's up? We finna start in just a minute, y'all. Let's go ahead and get these other things going, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. What's up? I am ready for Black Love. Happy holidays
What's
to you
up,
as well.
Black Love?
All right, who's this? Cassius Carter. What's going on?
What's up, Cassius?
All right, guys. All right, we finna get started. If there's any topics, and we do this every week, y'all let us know if there's any topics tonight y'all want us to make sure we talk about. Let us know in the comments. If not, we're just gonna continue to go through the topics we already have planned. But if there's something in particular y'all want us to hit tonight or talk about tonight, it could be hot topic, it could be relationship topic, it could be whatever. Y'all let us know. And Jeezy says, "Cool hat, Miami." That hat is fly, dog. That hat is fly. All right.
I'm on the vintage Marlins for tonight.
Black and gold.
And I lost my sticker though, so it don't really go too far no more. It don't go out the house really because my sticker gone. Everybody know how that is with the sticker be gone. You know, it ain't no life no more. The life is over.
All right, y'all.
Alrighty.
All right, we ready to do this thing.
I'm trying to get my team.
Jeezy, I see your topic. Hold on, let me see.
I'm trying to get my quality better.
I think we'll start off with that topic. After we do our PSAs, we'll start off with your topic.
What they said?
Do y'all think a man should let his woman win in the game or in sports? We'll definitely. Now you know, Miami got something to say about that one. But we'll talk about that.
All right. So, Shay, you ready to start?
All right. Yes, we are ready. Go ahead, boo. Start it off.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning, podcasters, YouTubers, IGzers, Facebookers,
Twitterers,
Switchers.
There we go.
Oh my God, y'all! I'm sorry, I haven't done this in a week. You feel me?
Yeah, it's been a little minute. It feels like it's been a little minute.
Yeah, it feels like a minute.
So we want to first say we apologize for not making it last week. It was not Miami's fault at all. It was actually my fault. I have the vid. Okay, so I cannot be around anybody for quite a little while. So we just decided to go ahead and cancel since I can't be with her, and I sounded bad. I had a cold at the same time, so I wasn't feeling the best, and so we just did not go and do that last week. But I did not want to miss this week, and since I'm sounding a little better, you got the Rona. Yes, I have the Rona. That's why we missed it or whatever last week. So that was my fault, and I do apologize for that. But we are back this week.
We here, baby.
Yeah,
we here, baby.
So let's get it in.
So actually, let's start. Let's start. Oh, we are
Brazen Beauty. Times two. I'm Shayla.
And I am Miami Marlins for tonight.
For tonight.
For tonight. I was gonna say Miami Heat. I almost got tripped up.
Shanita, thank you very much. I am feeling
better. What's
up, cuz? All right, so Dr. Ron will come help you. All right, so we're gonna get started into these PSAs. You know, we always start with PSAs. So before we start and do anything, thank you, Jeezy. Before we start and do anything, make sure that you all follow, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell on all that stuff on IG, Facebook, whichever platform you are on. Make sure you do that so y'all make sure y'all don't miss nothing that we post or anything that we plan on doing in the near future. Make sure y'all do that before we do anything. So okay, now
and we need to see everybody's comments. So before we start, I'm letting everybody know on YouTube, on Facebook, on of course IG Live, but YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, we get to see everybody. So don't, go ahead and comment. We'll put it on the screen. And let's get to the show. Come on, honey. Let's go.
All right. So first, y'all know we gotta talk. We gotta announce obviously the verses coming up this Saturday. We gotta make sure we get that out of the way. With who was it? Ashanti and Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole
and Ashanti this Saturday. Now I don't know who y'all got. I don't know who y'all rooting for on this one. I honestly don't really have a preference on this one. They both have songs that I like, and I don't really like one over the other. So we'll see. I hope it's good. I know it will be good because both of them can sing it behind off. So
it's hard to choose because I remember Ashanti and listening to Ashanti in high school, but then I remember listening to Keisha Cole in college. So I remember I had the red hair with the blonde, and I was like on my Keisha Cole vibe. But then I remember when Ashanti came out, I was in high school. So it's like,
but their vibe is also very different.
Songs for me,
kind
of in a way. Even though Ashanti stuff kind of rolled over though with Ja Rule, but it was still like, I don't know. But I'm ready to see it though. I'm ready to view it.
I haven't really heard anything new that Ashanti's done. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't heard any new material that she's put out. So I don't know, but I'm sure it's still good because she can still sing. But I think it's still gonna be good. It's good to see again 2 Black women in the same room doing their thing and sharing their talents with the world. Again, that's what it's about. Just supporting each other and bigging up each other. So it's not really supposed to be it's not really a battle. So I think it's gonna be very enjoyable regardless.
No, it's gonna be good.
So make sure y'all don't miss that. That's this Saturday, 8 p.m. Okay. All right. So next PSA. All right. Now y'all already know that we absolutely love UMC. And if you don't know what UMC is, it's Urban Movie Channel. Okay.
Yes, we love
Urban Movie Channel is changing their name next year. So 2021, they're gonna be called All Black, and it's spelled ALLBLK. That's gonna be their name. And basically nothing on their platform is really changing. They're honestly just kind of rebranding their name. Their tagline is "Stream Black Better." I actually love that tagline. I just love it. It's so cute. It's so straight to the point. Stream Black Better. Like I love it. But yes, their name is going to be All Black. So if you guys have not subscribed, or if you don't even know what that is, please go. Right now it's UMC UMC.TV, I believe it is.
Yeah.
UMC.TV, I believe.
Yeah.
Or watch UMC, exactly. And I think it's $4.99 a month. But again, y'all, everything Black program is on there. Stuff you haven't seen, stuff you have seen, it's all on there. So if y'all like to see us, you know what I'm saying?
And we do reviews too. We do reviews of UMC stuff. So we're gonna have to get back on YouTube and change and put like a / All Black.
All Black, yeah.
But you can watch our reviews of UMC's / All Black.
Yeah.
We did their reviews heavy when it came to oh my God, I can't think of the name. Monogamy season 1 and 2. So we watched that. We did our reviews, and
we can't wait for season 3.
We want y'all to
wait for season 3.
I know. So find that on our YouTube channel, our reviews on Monogamy season 1 and 2. But yeah, we're gonna miss the name, but we so happy they're gonna still be around. So shout out to UMC All Black. What we have next up for the PSA, Shay?
All right, PSA. Okay, so I don't know if y'all have heard, but they are now having testing self-driving robo-taxis in China. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but literally they are on the streets right now with driverless cars that are going around China. It's a particular area in China, and they're actually the first to do it without an assistant driver in the car. So this is looking like more of a reality, like real soon. That obviously, Go ahead.
It'll be over here soon because they're already testing it already. Like in LA, they're testing them, but they're not on like real streets like how China is. So you know, when like China starts, it's about to be over here in a second. They always number one in a lot of stuff. So we'll be following suit.
Video, they look like they're doing 40, 50 miles an hour. I was like, oh Lord, that would just, it would make me so nervous not to have nobody in the car. Like machines don't malfunction. I don't know. I don't know about it.
It's coming. Uber is already testing it out. They've been testing it since last year. So we just been testing like on a little the driving range, but they are on site
in the
lights.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
We up next. I'm not scared. I think it is kind of cool. It's going to take away a lot of people's jobs. Unfortunately, it's going to take away a lot of people who like to do Uber and stuff like that. Eventually, probably the next 3 years, maybe max 5, not even. So I feel sorry for that. But other than that, I don't know. I'm nervous though. I'll get in.
That's crazy to me. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I want to jump in my car though and not drive. How about that?
You said you want to jump in your car.
I want to jump in my car and not drive.
Okay.
Just put the little destination in there and let the car do what it do. Sure, forget that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Not yet.
Let's do it now.
Oof, Lord.
Tesla got a little something on that. It's coming. It's coming soon. But anywho, next PSA before we get into our topics, you guys, we have a few topics for tonight. We like to do our PSAs just to give you guys some news on what's going on real quickly before we get into our deep conversations that we like to hear from y'all. So what's our last PSA for tonight?
All right. So if y'all don't know, the new AirPods have dropped, the AirPods Max. Now for all y'all users, obviously this is not really for y'all, but for Apple users, now we just kind of want to know, do y'all think that every time Apple drops something, do y'all feel like y'all have to have the new, y'all have to have the new hotness? Like, do you gotta have it? Apple dropping, you gotta have it. Like, what's y'all take on them constantly basically dropping stuff numerous times a year, and you always kind of feel like your stuff is outdated and you just bought it? That's how I feel.
That's how I feel right now, man. I just got this doggone phone last year, and it has been giving me problems after problems with my 500 gigabytes. I got 500 gigabytes on my phone, and I just feel like every time I turn around, the 500 gigabytes is full, which is, I know it can't just be me. It can't be me, or maybe it is. But anyway, so now the new phone is out now, and now these doggone headphones. I'm not really a headphone junkie. I got some JBLs to work out in. I got these little cheapo things right here from like Ross, just for this pot. Like, I'm not really big on that. So spending $550 on some Apple headphones, no ma'am, no sir, it ain't happening for me. It ain't happening. So I'm just trying to enjoy the little iPhone 11 Pro with the little 3 cameras in the back, and they want to come in with the iPhone 12. Like,
look, that's what I'm talking about. And Jeezy on IG talking about I still have my iPhone 7. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I still got. My iPhone 7 works good, honey. I will not. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. I will not be upgrading until this thing literally breaks and I can't use it no more. Like, if the screen cracks, the screen will be fixed, and we're gonna keep using it until this bad boy don't work. No, these phones cost way too much, and they come out with stuff every single year, and you will forever feel like you're not on your game messing around with them. No. I thought you doing just good.
I thought you had iPhone 8, Shay.
No, ma'am. I have iPhone 7 Plus. Most certainly do. I checked. because I went to go get another phone, and then I'm like, I gotta pay this. No, my phone's good. Don't worry about it. Mm-mm.
Well, Apple broke my 7, and it started working for a while, and they told my whole microphone just stopped working just when I upgraded something on the phone. So when I upgraded, it took away my microphone. So I had to get a new phone. I was like stuck because nobody could hear me. I couldn't make no phone calls. I could text all day, but you couldn't hear no sound. My whole microphone was just done. So that's why I got into the
12. I just can't though. Like I want it, but I just can't.
I have a new 7 though. I have a brand new 7 ready for backup just in case these things don't want to work. I don't have time for Apple. Like some days I'm in love and some days.
It's just Chaz. I said iPhone 7. Yes, the iPhone 7. The iPhone 7 though.
It's in 1999, honey.
If my phone can send messages, if I can receive calls, and I can check Instagram and my emails, what I need the 12 for? Like I'm not understanding. I don't understand what I need it for. It does all the same things. So yeah, no. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Aiden Sanders said I still have an iPhone 10. It's only been 2 years for me. I know.
I'm trying to tell you, like, if your phone worked, why? No, I'm not trying to keep up with nobody.
So are y'all gonna get the headphones? Or they $550? What's good? Y'all getting them or not?
$550. If you know I ain't upgrading those 7, you know I ain't getting no headphones. That's not happening. And they're not even like, to me, they're not even cute. Like I just don't see the purpose.
I don't think men should be carrying them the way they want people to carry them, like a little bag, though.
And that little bag, yeah, nah.
Purse. It look like a little purse, and
it don't look like a man bag.
Carry them like that already, but it's just how they flat, and it just looks like a little bag to me, like a little pocketbook.
It don't look like a man bag. There's a difference.
Yeah, for me in my house.
For you in your house, all right. No problem, boo. Okay, so we can go ahead and jump into these topics now that we got our little PSAs out the way.
What's the first one?
Ink Mark, tell us how you really feel, Angie.
Girl, you know I'm not coming over to your side and that Google man.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into our topics, and we're gonna start off with a viewer's question, and that was NGZ on IG asked, do we think that basically guys should let us win? So should men let their women win when you're playing like sports and like in competition, or playing games or in sports? And ladies, obviously we can all answer this, and I'm going to say no. I don't want my man to give me anything. If I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna beat you because I'm good. Like, help me to get better. Like, help me to have something to strive for. Don't just give me no win.
What, like a basketball game or something?
Like, I would think any game, like, period. Just don't do that. Now, don't be trying to beat her like she stole something. Now, don't try to overdo it. Let's not try to like you shooting 50 and she done got 5. Like, slow up a little bit. But just letting her win, no.
Yeah, I want my man to let me win, but my thing is he can't be getting bitter when I do win, because
See, y'all, if anybody don't know her, this girl right here is competitive. Okay, so I could not imagine somebody like getting a relationship with her and thinking that these little small little games that y'all play shooting around, it's gonna just gonna be chill, and y'all just no. Everything, okay, will be a competition.
Wait, no, not everything. Wait, not everything. When it comes to like sports and stuff, like like I'm just a little bit.
Laughing, keep a straight face.
Because if you play against me, we playing. Like, now, if I win, I'll be talking about, I let you win.
Yeah.
I won, and I won fan square. Like, don't take away my love. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like when guys do that. Like, if you lose, you lose. Like, It be some sore losers out here in these streets, y'all. Trust me.
Okay, so and Jeezy says, my mom said a man should let his woman win.
The only time, child, she fixed plumbing and AC units too. You gotta tell him, Chaz.
Oh my God. I can't.
This quick story. So I go to Atlanta and I go stay with Chaz for I don't know what I came in town for something. And they had like a leak or something. They AC. Y'all know I'm a real estate agent, so I always see these things all the time. So I'm like, oh, that's easy. Let's just do this and that. They were like, what? Like, what? I'm like, just do this and that. So they do exactly what I tell them to do. And it's done. Fixed. Finito. Happy. Go lucky. They saved all that money on their insurance by switching to Geico. You know what I mean? Geico. So
I'm done with you.
They did. I'm always for that. But no, I just feel like the only time I would want a man to let me win is we in like some love and basketball type stuff. Like he know he done messed up or something like that. We're on the verge of breaking up. Like exactly how the movie went. Like I love that. Like, okay. Now in that case, yeah. But on a regular note, you ready? Because I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready to win. But yeah, I had a situation before in my past. They got real bitter and angry because I whooped their behind. And I mean, real angry.
You tapped their behind. Okay.
Yeah, girl.
They was upset like that.
Yes.
See, but then that also says a lot. That says a lot. This says a lot about how you think about women and like their like almost like you have them in your mind in a certain position and they should never step out of that position. And then you got a problem. To me, now you really got a problem. Like,
yeah, you got a problem. You have a personal man problem. And
you got a problem.
You have an ego. You have I don't even want to get into all of that. But I think he was just very surprised that I still had it. And it was very simple. It wasn't like nothing major, but I whooped that butt, y'all. And that little baby right there, he was hot. He was hot. But I'm not gonna sit here and lower my crown either for you to feel like,
amen.
You know, bring up your game.
Amen.
Let's play.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you, Jeezy, for that question, for that topic.
Yeah, that's a good.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump into some. Okay, we'll jump into some hot topics right now.
Go ahead.
So a hot topic that was happening this past week is about Tisha Campbell. And if you are on any of these news or pop culture sites, you've heard that she basically, when she left her marriage, in her words, she left with literally $7 to her name. Like she had nothing. She knew what she had to do for herself and for her children, and so she left.
Yeah.
And I know everyone's on the, how could Tisha Campbell possibly leave with $7? Right. Like, how is that even humanly possible? But where we more so want to go with it is, what's more important? Like, is it more you're leaving because you need peace over your comfort, which is your lifestyle, the money that you used to have with that other person, all that stuff? Or is it more important for you to have your peace of mind and just get up out of there? And starting over is obviously hard for anybody to start anything over. But is it just more important to just have your peace of mind? Like, what does it y'all think about that? Angie, what you think? Your hand up.
I think when it gets to the point where it's that bad to where you just don't even want to be in a situation, no matter how much money is involved, and you rather just see yourself waking up the next day in such a better place, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and you have to leave some stuff behind. Like, sometimes it's just like that. You have to choose yourself over those things, because if not, now you're a slave to this man with this money. You know what I mean? And that comes with a price and it comes with a cost. Some people can handle it for a very long time. Some people eventually get out of it. But when it comes to your peace and your sanity and your spirit, man, like people can break that down and it takes time for that stuff to get rebuilt. Yeah. So I commend her for leaving, even coming out saying to us like, hey, I only had $7 when I did the day I left. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what type of
hard to tell the world.
Yeah, it is. We don't know what type of investment she has that she didn't touch or pull out at that particular moment.
Yeah.
When she said she left, that's all she had. It was just like, dang. So maybe they had like a joint account. I don't know what they had, but it was just like, I felt like it got so bad for her that she was like, okay, I rather just leave. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, I am done. Like, I am broken. And for me, when I'm done, I'm done. Like, I've been in a situation before where I was like stranded in something too. You know what I mean? And I had to leave, and that would never happen again, ever in my life, where you're forced to choose having comfort of something versus your peace and your soul and your mental state and your spirit mainly. Like when your spirit is broken,
it affects everything.
Yeah, it pours out in every other area.
Yeah.
So,
hey, and it also helps when you have support. I think it also helps when you have support from, whether it's family, whether it's your like for her, it was her children. Because I'm sure that was a hard decision for her to make, to uproot her children, because her children were with her. So, whatever happened to her kids. And the fact that she felt like they fully supported her decision, it's just, that's crazy, man. Like I 100% agree with you that your peace of mind and your sanity is so much more important than things, materials. You can always get that back. You can always, get money and all that other kind of stuff back, but you can still survive. I hope, and well, obviously today she sounds like she's happy and she says that she is. So I pray that was the best decision for her and that she did what she had to do and that it's working out for her. But it's crazy to think that, when you think of celebrities and stuff, you have to remember that they're humans and they're people like us too. They're normal people that just happen to be on television that we happen to, the world may happen to know. You feel me? So, shout out to her.
Y'all in a situation, man, reevaluate that and see how much it is eating at your soul. I'm telling you, your soul is priceless. You should not have a price tag on it of your peace, especially now that we all know that. Like sometimes it just takes time. It takes pain to go through stuff for you to realize what's important. But when you realize what's important, there's no going back. There's no continuing to live like that. Now, don't get me wrong, you're gonna have your ups and downs in relationships, and I get that. But when it's chipping at your soul and your mental and your peace and your sanity and your spirit, when it gets down to the spirit part, oh baby, you got to go, because you are not that important for me to enjoy the rest of my life on this earth as a spirit being in this body. For your behind to sit here and drive me crazy, like you the only person God created. Child, boom and please.
Goodbye and please. Okay.
Boom, please, because you got to go. So I'm with Tisha Campbell. I wish her nothing but the best. She gonna keep working. She know what she got going on. She know that God got her back, and she just got to keep working and getting it together, and she'll be fine. She chose herself. So
amen. And we hope that anybody else who's going, who has gone through that or is currently going through that, is making sure that you think about those things first. What's most important to you? You gotta do what you gotta do for your own mindset, for your own mental. Dang what everybody else talking about. It's irrelevant. You gotta do what's best for you, and
for sure,
make sure your mind is right in all things. In all things.
Life's too short, baby. This life is short to be in 20 going to 21, knowing what we know in this day and age, the things that we know. Like, it's one thing when you don't know, that's different. But when you know this life is too short and happiness is the new success. And you know, peace is everything. It's the currency of life. Like, you know that. You ain't got time. Honey,
all the other stuff.
Honey, I don't have the time. I don't have the time for you to come in here and wreck shop over here. You know how much crying and tears and years it took for me to get to this point. No money in the world, no celebrity, no money, no status, no none of that, no love, none of that is gonna break what I have built. I will share it with you, and we can see what we got going on. But you would not be that powerful in my life, and I would not put you on no pedestal as if you are my Lord and Savior for you to sit here and girl. Next topic. Don't. That's it.
All right. So moving on to the next topic. All right. So this is a relationship question, y'all. It's a relationship question. So, is it ever okay to form new friendships with the opposite sex while you are in a relationship? Is it ever okay to form new friendships with the opposite sex while you are in a current relationship?
Can everybody hear well? I want to make sure everybody can hear, because I don't know how everything is sounding. We just want to just check up before we continue. Does everything sound good, everybody? Just give us a thumbs up or just something. You good? You can hear well? Because sometimes this thing goes in and out. So
yeah. Okay, we got a thumbs up. All right, cool.
One more time for the people in the back, Shay.
All right, so is it ever okay to form new friendships with the opposite sex while you are currently in a relationship? Ever?
You start that, Shay, because you are in a relationship.
You know what? I normally would say that there is a problem with it, but there have been times where, of course, you know, as you meet people, and especially if you're someone who, you have to understand that relationships, a lot of times when you're out and about, you know, a lot of things that you go through or a lot of things that you get to in life are through relationships and who you know. So I won't necessarily say that it's something you should never do, but I would say that you have to be extremely careful on the people that you allow to be new friends with, because everybody ain't on what you on. Everybody's motive, mission, and goal on what your relationship with them is not the same as what you think it is. Because I have definitely started friendships that I thought were going to be cool and that I thought were fine because they started off at work and they were fine and there was never no funny stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, sometime down the line, you getting weird texts at night and you like, hold on.
Oh yeah, that's
you know what you doing? Like, don't call me at 11 o'clock. I'm with Bae, and especially not just asking me no random foolishness. I don't have nothing to do with nothing, and ain't nothing that work. Like, nah, we don't need to chill like that, and I don't need to come with you to no movies like that. You feel what I'm saying? So we just have to be very, very careful about the friendship. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with friendships. We just have to make sure that we are letting the right people be friends with us and letting them know what it is from the jump, you know, depending on whatever that relationship is. So what you think, Anne?
I have to piggyback on what you said, and I have to agree. I don't mind if I'm in my marriage and my husband has some new friend for whatever reason it may be. Of course, it has to be either work related or growth related or something, faith, like something. Those boundaries have to be discussed on what's what, and I want to know who are these new friends, and vice versa. He may want to know the same thing about me, but I don't think there's a problem with creating new relationships as you go on this path and journey in life. You know what I mean? You're gonna come across people when you get married in a relationship. Like, the world does not stop of people you come across in contact with. Some things are divine connections, a friendly divine connection, nothing more, nothing less than that. So I think if everybody understands what the friendship is supposed to be about, or what the how can I say it, whatever the connection is supposed to be about, long as no lines get crossed, everything is fine. Now, when you crossing lines and you calling people at night, at 12, at 1, at 11, at 10, shoot, even past 8 sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be careful because people are in relationships, people are in marriages, and you just got to be careful. But at the same time, I don't denounce it. It's just that long as your partner knows that if it's like it's getting to the point where you guys are seeing each other a lot, you know what I mean, around the same circles.
Yeah.
Make sure they meet and know each other and know of each other. And I think that should be fine. But when boundaries are crossed, man, you got to cut that, because people in these day and age, they got so many hidden agendas just to break up happy homes. And that junk is so sad.
But
it
is very.
I don't think nothing is wrong with it. And I wouldn't have a problem with it myself.
Okay. So Peyton Sanders on Facebook says 50-50 because it's all about respect. And again, we definitely agree with that. It's all about respect. And the moment you lose that, friendship over. Let's see. We got in Jeezy on IG. I'm going to need female friends so I can go to get to get advice or perspective. And again, I agree with that. You definitely need a opposite sex in your life to be able to.
For sure.
Yeah, because you need that. You need that other side. You need that advice always, because again, there's always going to be some point in your life where your girls ain't really going to be able to give you the advice that you really need to hear. Especially when it comes to your man or whatever. Sometimes they do, but there's sometimes where the man's advice is just he's telling you what it really is.
Sometimes they advice be
sometimes. So sometimes.
Blank in Dating said, you always want to be mindful when growing your community, be it male or female. And I have to agree with you. But you just gotta, like you said, you gotta be respectful, you gotta be mindful, you gotta make sure everybody understands what those boundaries are. Do not cross, not even that. Like, I think if you have to start discussing that, we're getting to a point where something's off.
Yeah, exactly.
If you meet somebody and you know what the situation is on your end and they end, if you have to, something ain't right already off the top.
Yeah.
So it's okay to talk about, hey, this and that, or slightly slide it in like, hey, I ain't gonna call after a certain time or whatever the case is, but you shouldn't be having too much of those conversations because baby, something is off. You gotta
amen.
See what's going on.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Thank y'all for the comments on that one.
Thanks to everybody who is joining in on IG Live, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Chad say no new friends for me. Who is this person? Okay.
Look, I know so many people who are very much like, nah, because new friends, it doesn't matter. New friends always, acquaintances or business partners or something totally different, or people that you may know connects don't necessarily have to be your friend. And I can agree with that. I agree with that. So I do know some people who just flat out say, nah, the new friends thing is a no. But I also think that's
cool. Associates is cool. Definitely associates are cool. Real life friends, like barbecue friends, okay, again, you got to make sure everybody knows everybody, and you got to make sure you feel the vibe. Like I say, I'm a female friend of a lot of guys, and honey, I know how it is to be a female friend. So if I see my man with a female friend, she looking a little sideways, that's a problem.
That's a problem. Amen.
All of that got to go. I know how it is to be a female friend. So, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next.
So next topic. All right. So y'all have probably seen this, or we definitely have to talk about this. Okay. So there was a webcast host who basically was extremely beyond brutally honest, or so he likes to say, brutally honest about giving this woman feedback about what her desires were when it comes to her qualifying for a certain type of spouse. So basically what she was saying is that, you know, she is a woman who makes a certain amount of money and she wants a certain kind of man who makes a certain amount of money, who looks a certain kind of way. And does he basically feel like she's wrong for wanting that? And his response to her was basically, look at you. What do you think you are? Like, give me a number 1 through 10. What do you think you are? And I think she said she was a 5 without makeup and a 6 with it. Now, I was so upset when she said that because I already knew where it was going at that point. And he basically just told her, so what makes you think that you're going to get a man of the caliber that you're looking for? It will never happen. That's basically, in a nutshell, what he told her. Look at yourself. It's not going to happen, baby. You need to move on from that dream. And I'm sitting there and like seeing all these people write under the comments like he's giving facts. And I'm like, wow, like, is that really what we've come to now? Where we're telling women, basically, if you don't look like, I'm just going to use Miami. If you don't look like Miami, don't bother. What's the purpose? You're not going to get anybody who, and that was basically what he was saying. If you're not at least an 8 or a 9, and basically he told her, you're not an 8. You're not even close. I mean, literally he was that. I thought it was really rude, actually. Like, it was really, really rude and disrespectful.
And she was coming on his show as a guest because she watches him, right?
Yeah, and she was just asking him, like,
fan of his show.
Yeah, she was just asking him like what he thought, and he was just basically telling her, "You're not listening. You're not going to get." Mr. Kawweezy said she was a 5, though. You know, see, okay, this is the thing. One, beauty is in the eye to beholder. What's a 5 to you is an 8 to somebody, or 8 or 9 to somebody else. So you can't go there. 2, that doesn't mean just because she's not a 5 to you that she can't get the kind of man that she's looking for. Now, mind you, how many celebrities have you seen that are dating or with or married to women that you never thought that you would have caught them with in your life? They make all this money, and you like, oh, that's who you ended up wifing, or
And listen, someone don't like money. Someone will step out on you. You could be a 10, 12.
Yes, and you stepping out with somebody who's less than. So I honestly feel like the advice that he was giving her was not the correct advice, and he most certainly wasn't upping her to get her to understand that, well, one, most likely in a day and age where everything is about the outer, you know, if you have more of a higher chance of getting a man that you particularly want or getting in those circles is, one, if you're in that kind of scene that they're in. You know, you obviously have to be in that kind of scene to be able to even get around, you know, certain kinds of men, or go to certain activities and stuff that they go to, because how else are you going to meet them? 2, you know, if you only think you're a 6, you may want to try to do some things to help up yourself a little bit, or just put yourself in a position where you'll meet the kind of men that you want. And the likelihood of maybe you meeting someone who will have the 6 figures that you want it's fine, because again, she wasn't no broke woman. And so it's just, I just hated how he did. I just felt like how he did her was so wrong. And I just think it sent the wrong message to women. Like, if you're not a 10 or a 9, don't bother. That's literally what it was.
And Jeezy said, he simply said, 6-figure earner men have options, and they do not usually go for an average looking woman with a child and a sketchy baby daddy.
And that's not true. 100%. And that is so not true. That is, and that's been proven time and time again that is not true.
You know why? Because we have to take y'all with y'all sketchy BMs and your 15 kids, and y'all want us to take y'all, and you have a woman who you know, makes her money and does her part, and she has a child. And again, we got to just remember, everybody ain't like everybody else. All men don't see it as a threat. All men don't see that as a negative. Some men see it as beautiful that this woman can work her butt off and take care of her child. So every man is different. Every woman is different. But I understand the part where, you know, when you're seeking a certain type of caliber of a person, you know what I mean? Yeah, you have to be there. You know what I mean? Like because I don't know where I'm gonna find this man at, child. But I don't know what areas I would have to go in. You know what I mean? So I understand what he was saying too. Like,
no, I get what he was saying. I just don't like how he was. Yeah, I don't like the way he presented it to her, and I don't like how he left off with almost like basically, I'm telling you what I feel about you personally. Don't bother. Kick rocks. Next. That was literally how I felt like that conversation went.
Because it shouldn't be about looks. It shouldn't be about looks, man. It shouldn't be about looks. It should be about what can you bring to the table. You know what I mean? Because when them looks go left and them looks go right and them looks go to the flow, honey, what you got left over? You know what I mean? So it's like, I think people have to realize, so what somebody isn't pleasing to your eye
or not.
Somebody else will find that person beautiful because of whatever they see is beautiful, whether it be their spirit, whether it be everything about them. Maybe they don't even look to that, what your definition of beauty is beautiful. You know what I mean? So I just think that was kind of one side. I understand that's his show. He gives his opinion and people have to respect his opinion because it is his show. But I just feel like it was very surface level kind of answering when it comes to wrong behind a woman who just wants a certain type of man. You know what I mean? And that goes for any type of person who's looking for a certain type of person. Like, I don't know what it's gonna take. And sometimes with men, you could walk across the street and find them and run into them. You know what I mean? So, cause child, I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Stop it. But no, but seriously though,
okay, when you go to meet your people.
Okay, so I see a lot of people basically saying, you know, obviously it's a male's perspective. And then again, I get that it's a male's perspective, but that doesn't mean just because it's a male's perspective is that it was the right way on how to handle that. And I think that's the point that we're trying to get to. There's nothing wrong with you telling her, look, if you can honestly say to yourself, you're a 5, and even with makeup on, you're a 6. You're not really showing the confidence that you should have when you're talking about reaching a man. Y'all give Angie a second. Getting to a man of a certain caliber that you want, because most likely his confidence level is not where yours is. Even though he may be a 5 or 6, his confidence level, he will probably never tell you that he's a 5 or 6. He'll tell you he's an 8, 9. And have confidence while saying it. So for you to say that you're a 6, like, I get what he was saying, but it was just, I didn't like the way that he approached it, and I don't like the message that he left off with basically when talking with her. It was like, girl, you're a 5, get out of here. Don't think anything. Stop wishing it'll never happen. Go get you one of these. Go get you one of these men who work at the post office and keep it moving. Like, because that's all you're ever gonna get. Like, would you tell your daughter that? If your daughter wasn't a 9 or a 10? And let's just get it 100%. Most people are not 9s or 10s. So I just think it was a wrong message. And I understand that, you know, men are visual first, and I get all that. But again, we also have to remember that looks fade. And you won't always look how you look at 20 and 30. And 35 and all that stuff at some point. So no, you know, there are a lot of women out here who are not 9s and 10s who are with people who make 6 figures, you know, or plus. And it was something else that drew them. It was something else that hooked them. It wasn't based off of looks solely, you know. So maybe other things compensated for that.
Yeah,
maybe they're just a beautiful person. You know, so yeah, no, I don't like how, I don't know. I don't think your look should qualify what kind of spouse you should get. And that's basically what he said.
And I understand now, don't get me wrong, because you got to be attracted to people. You know what I mean? You got to wake up and see the person You know what I mean? You have to, with or without makeup on. They still have to be somewhat. You still have to be some type of attracted to the person. Same thing with men, because men around here wearing pieces of hairs and pieces of beards and stuff. So we gotta love y'all with them beards when they come off. When them hair pieces come off, when you go get your little middle of the head thing done. Well, so
you know what? It's the same thing how, you know, a lot of these rappers and stuff, you know, you think because you have money that you should be able to pull any shorty or any little, you know, woman that you want to pull, and you don't look like nothing. You gotta come with you no, straight up. Most of them don't look like nothing. Let's just keep it real. Most of them don't look like nothing. Okay. The only reason why half these people even pay you any attention because you got money. So, you know, there's obviously, you got to come with something else too. The difference is a lot of these women out here are looking for providers, and so they're willing to overlook the fact that you ain't the most handsome thing walking. And so, yeah, you have the money, and yeah, you can take care of me, and yeah, you may be a halfway decent person. So I'm gonna just overlook the fact that you ain't no 5 or 6. So we just have to get out of the whole.
You're a 5 for me, baby. Your spirit gotta be on. You gotta be in love with, and you hear me? You hear me?
I would never want him to tell. I would never want nobody to tell my daughter that you can't go for and try to attain a certain kind of man because you ain't no 9 and you ain't no 10, baby. You ain't got no big butt and no boobs and stuff, so you can't even work. Don't even
look that way.
Don't even think about it. Like, come on, man.
Come on. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's just like, okay, because that's just like telling a man, hey man, you ain't got this and that and the other, don't even look her way. And that's not true. That is not true
at all. Because we see it all the time. True. So it's not true.
Fellas, y'all never know what a woman will accept until you try to see what you can offer her and be yourself in front of her.
Amen.
If you don't try, or when you do get an option or opportunity to be yourself and show her, because you never know. You may think the girl is out of your league, but she probably just not out of your league. That's something you mentally thinking you would too. So you're not even doing it. You know what I mean? So it's just go vice versa. It goes vice versa.
Okay, so it's just Shasta's, but what is a 9 or 10?
Exactly.
Some a 5, and another will look at the same woman and say she's a 9. And that's my point. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So how dare you tell her that she in no way, because you the judge of all women, that she should never ever try to attain what she's going for, because she's accomplished so much in her life. She shouldn't try to get the same in her man because she ain't no 10.
And I don't even know what that is.
I hope you don't have no daughter, because we already know what he telling them, which is not right.
Everybody has their own definition. You know what I mean? Trill Talk said yellow
is bad.
Bad. Yellow bad.
All right. So
yeah. Yellow bad 527. Trill Talk say you a 9 girl.
Yellow here. I didn't see her log in. Okay.
Yeah, she in here.
All right. So thank y'all for joining in on that one. You know, this we like to talk about stuff because we like to see y'all opinions, and we like to hear what y'all opinions are. And again, I get where y'all are coming from. I just don't like how it was done.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was all the way true. So, okay. All right. Next topic. And this is this one's a relationship question. Okay. Do women change for men just as much as men change for women?
Ooh.
Do women change for men just as much as men change for women? Or vice versa? Or do men change? Well, same thing. I just said it. It's literally the same thing. So do women change for men as much as men change for women?
Or have to change. Okay.
Or have to change. Exactly.
Shayla, you start with that one. You're married. You're in something. Are you changing just as much as you would want Jay to change for you? Are you changing for Jay? or you just want him to change everything and you get to stay your own little Shayla self from 1999?
I don't necessarily want any man to change. I wouldn't want him to I want him to become better. I don't like the word change. I want him to evolve and become better. I want us to grow separately and apart, and and individually. I want us to grow in the areas that we need to grow in. So I don't really like to use the word change, but wherever it is that we need to change, whatever it is that we need to evolve in, whatever that area is, and it doesn't have to be, oh, well, I've done 8 things, so you need to do 8 things. I just feel like he has to be open, and when you're with someone, and they have to be open to understand that, yeah, you guys are going to have a lot of differences, but there's going to be places where compromise has to happen. And a lot of times that's in areas that you don't necessarily want to compromise in because you're used to your own ways. So I definitely think I wouldn't say they change as much. I just feel like I think a lot of times we're a little more willing because we are the more emotional one. And I think men are normally not as emotional as we are. So we tend to do things out of emotion, which leads a lot of our decisions. And they tend to just be like, look, this is what it is. And, I ain't really thinking about your emotions right now, unless they really, really care about you. So, and I just think whoever we're with, if we need to change something, most likely we change it. Or we do what we got to do to change it to make that person happy. So I wouldn't necessarily say they change as much as us, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want someone to do any equal changing. I just want them to evolve. As they get older and as you go through life, you should evolve. That's my opinion. Well, okay, so what you think? Do women change for men just as much as men change for women? No.
You know why? Not just as much, because women, I always say this, I know some men are gonna be like, of course it's not all women, but majority of us, we've already, well, all of us are, but all of us are created to do this. Some of us do it and some of us don't. But anyway, I think we were created second. And the reason why we were created second is because we have everything else to offer the man that he did not have. Like, he's the adjuster to us. Like the love and the compassion that we already have and possess inside us, to be able to mold ourselves and love them the way they need to be loved, like love language wise, we already kind of got that. Like, we got it down pat because we are the women. Like, we are the nurturers. We do that automatically. Now, we do have to find how to love our particular man, because you can't love all men the same way. Like, all women can't be loved the same. But I think we come in a little bit more mature when it comes to loving and giving, and the guys are always catching up. You know what I mean? And not all guys. Y'all don't start, because it's not all guys. But I just feel like we don't have to change or mold or grow ourselves for our men. I think the only thing we do have to do is have a little bit more patience in them, because we have to sit back and watch them grow. We already come in full-fledged with all of our seeds. We already planted, ready to grow. They behinds, we got to help fan the seeds with them, to put it in the dirt, to get the water in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, we got to help them grow. So I think it's not about changing somebody. I think it's about people molding themselves to love the other person the way they have to be loved. And I think we just do it automatically quicker. And they have to change up the way they have to come to the table with loving us and change and think about the way how they think it is to love on that particular woman. So I just think we don't change as much as they have to. And we see that. And men have said that. people like Denzel Washington and grown behind men say this, who's been married for years. Not nobody who's been married for a year. Grown behind men say they women were always kind of already ready to go. Now, she wasn't perfect because she still got to grow too, but we were already ready. We just needed the man to catch up with us and then lead us, and we just follow them or whatever the case is. But
okay,
I don't think it's 50-50 when it comes to that. I think
I agree. I don't think it's 50-50 either.
We got it. It's in us. It's planted. It's God gave us that, baby. We came when God spit y'all out of that little dirt that y'all was in. And he brought us next. He was like, dang, like this lady has everything. She's already whole. The man wasn't the one that wasn't whole. We came with everything ready to go. It just takes the right man to lead us and be willing to open up and spread his wings with that particular woman. So,
okay, so let's read some comments. Let's see.
Y'all just stop giving these men all this grief. Child.
Who giving me grief though?
What grief?
Okay, well, I'm confused on what grief we giving. Let's see. And Jeezy says, well, change comes when you love someone and want to build with someone. So it depends on how much you love someone.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. That does become a huge factor. That when you love someone, that determines how much you will change. Because if you don't care nothing about them, then what's really the purpose? And
again, you're not changing your person, like
we're not talking about changing who you are as a person. Yeah,
you're changing the way you have to love that person, which may take away some of the things that you enjoy, but you still the same person, just without these certain habits. You know what I mean? So you're changing habits. Yeah, you're changing some of your habits for that love of your life. But I just feel like we already have that ready to chop and screw some of our habits for these men, but they got to catch up. You know what I mean? So, okay. And it's not all. It ain't all, because there's some bum behind men out here who just know what to do, honey. And that's
it is. Yeah, it is.
Talking about Jesus. Come on now.
All right, Yellow Bad 527 says, I think we overdo it sometimes because we want to stay desirable to the men we work to get. I feel like guys tend to get more comfortable. I would agree with that. I would agree with that, 100%. I feel like, again, because we want to be desirable, we tend to sometimes change things that we even probably shouldn't change. Aren't necessarily bad habits, but just because our man don't like it, we just and it's actually a great trait. A lot of times we'll just change it because he don't like it. So I would agree with that. And guys tend to get more comfortable in how they are. So and unless they truly care about you and you're kind of a stickler about that particular habit, they not really gonna do much changing unless, again, those feelings for you are there. And I mean feelings for you, deep feelings for you are there. So thank you for that, Yellow Bag.
Chad say not all women, but some do too much and run the man away. It's all in an approach, and you could get him to do pretty much what you want.
It's all in the approach.
You're going to have to break that one down. In Jeezy, bond behind them sleep. Miami don't even cuss no more. No, I don't. I can't even form
she does not. She has learned to make up words. So y'all hear them every once in a while. Y'all hear her make up a word, and that's what she fills in the blank with the cuss word. Okay, but she does not cuss, period, anymore.
It's hard.
It's been a long. How many years has it been since you stopped cussing?
Like 2011 or 12.
Yeah, it's been a long, not even, again, I've known her for a long time, y'all. Not even a slip.
But I had some slips now.
I've never heard you slip, ever.
I've had some slips over the past couple of years. I haven't had none like lately or within the last whatever, but since the time I stopped until, years later, I had probably a couple of slips, like a handful, but ooh, Chad.
I didn't even count them.
I know how to catch myself now.
Okay, Mr. Conweezy says, I'm gonna keep it 100. Men change until he get the cookie. Huh. I'm not gonna say. Obviously, I'm not gonna say he's lying. I would agree that a lot of men do that. That they do make certain changes more quickly until when they haven't gotten it yet, and then once they've gotten it, they tend to fall back into old patterns. So I would agree with that. That's not all men, but yeah, a lot of them do that.
Some don't even get it, child. They fall back to patterns. They can't even. But it takes them 60 days, and they don't get it, and child, they still showing their true colors.
Trill Talk TV. Women change for a man's bank account. That is not. Now some women do. Some women do change for a man's bank account. That is very, very true. Very. But baby,
that personality come out. I don't know. I can't do it.
Wait, what you say?
When his personality comes out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's be for real, right? Every man doesn't want their daughter to date someone who is broke under a bridge, right? Every man would tell their daughter that, right? However, just because a man has millions in status and all of this type of stuff, that does not equate to a potential mate, because those can be some of the most disrespectful men who think
a lot of times they are
all of this type of stuff. Yeah,
and overly feeling themselves.
Just doing too much as if they're gods. Well, we're both God's gift to the earth, honey, man and a woman. Okay, so you are not the only one, because without us, you can't even have no more kids or nothing. But it's just like they, you know what I mean? So I just think, yes, you attracted to it, but then after you feel, when you get somebody's personality, that junk just washes it away like a flood. Like that money is gone, honey. It's like, I don't even care if you got money. Like,
Trill Talk. I can't even read the next one. You crazy. Okay. Lord.
I would let him keep my butt in check for the right check. Okay. That's hilarious.
Oh Lord. Okay, I'm just looking for some more comments.
DM Miami. I want to know y'all opinion on it. What is it? Come on, we need VH1 Miami back. Sounding so cute. Child, that girl is gone, honey. Yellow bad. That VH1 Miami cousin, she is gone, honey. But this one is way more better.
Yeah.
This one is way better than that one. This is just growth, Miss. And I can find either other words to make you feel like I done said a word or two to you. But and here you go. I don't like it because I like the cousin. She don't. Chaz, hush.
Mr. Convoy, I know beautiful women turn into doormats for rich dudes. Oh yeah, they're definitely out there now. It's improving time and time again. They are definitely out there. They are definitely out there. Chaz, all the way gone. Chaz is the best.
I'm so over him.
All right.
But yeah, y'all. So we got one last topic.
Yeah, one last topic. All right, guys. So we know that y'all probably have seen Torey Lanez's what was it? I guess post where he basically commented on MeganTheeStallion. They were videoing her, twerking, doing what she do on a regular basis. This was the one, I guess she was in her pajamas or something, and she had her natural hair out and she was twerking. And he basically made a comment that basically she's putting on for the gram, and she don't do that in real life. I can't really say it, but yeah, she don't do that in real life on no man. Basically, putting all her stuff out there. So our question is it different when men run their mouths rather than women when they run their mouths? Is it different when men do it? Do y'all see it differently when men run their mouth like he ran his mouth at that very moment? And he sounded like he just sounded like he just a bitter little man. So sad. But is it a difference when a man does it than when a woman? Do y'all think there's a difference, or is that just a double standard? Is that just another double standard?
Well, I'm gonna say this. We just seen Jada go through the same thing about somebody revealing things about their relationship. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. No matter if it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's just a talking on a person, because we don't know. He could just still be bitter behind. We don't know. You know what I mean? So it's just something about a man who says, "Oh, I've been with," like, I don't know. It's just different, because I think women are just more. We hear it more from women, especially like the side girls and stuff like that. They always come out and say it and all of this type of stuff. And I don't think any type of regular woman will come out and be like, "Oh yeah, I slept with so and so and so." You know what I mean? No, I think it's just certain type of people, but it's just different when a man come out and say it. Like, I hate that. Like, hey, don't put me on your little. Hey, don't put me on your little resume that you even looked better rather than even did. Like, I don't like that. Mm-hmm. Like what does that do?
I didn't see the point of it. My thing is, if you're gonna put something like that, what was the purpose? Because according to you, you're not studying her, and you know the truth and all that kind of stuff. And again, if you know all that and you ain't worried about her accusing you of shooting her in the foot or whatever the case may be, then y'all are done and you got a new girl, according to you, then what was the purpose of commenting on a post that she didn't send to you? She wasn't directing at you. She was just dancing like she normally do, doing her normal thing. And you found it necessary to go out, and you just look dumb. You like a weak little man. Like, you look, girl, a weak little man. I don't even understand. And I'm gonna have to say, double standard or not, it's different when a man does it. Period, point blank. It is different when a man does it. It's just like, come on, bruh. Come on. Grow you a set. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Y'all are done. It's done. According to you, if the truth come out, whatever the case may be. But boy, bye. And all that was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. You just look like you still bothered. You look like you still want her. You look, you know what I'm saying? You just look, just whack. You look like a lame. That whole post was he was such a lame. And there's no other word other than lame for it. That was so lame. And I don't care if it was double standard or not. There is a difference when a man does it. It is different. It is very different.
I just don't get it, but I don't know. Maybe it's attention seeking. I don't know. I just feel like I just don't like when men do it. Like, you shouldn't get bonus points talking about who you been with and who you slept with. I mean, it goes through, but
and what she can do, and she don't do it like that. Now you putting the girl sex life, like whether it's true or not. Now you trying to put the girl's sex life out there in the streets for what? For what?
As if somebody else can't say, "Oh yeah, he lying, he capping," or whatever they say, capping, or whatever the case is. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like men just need to stay in the man's place and keep that within themselves. And if it comes out to say whatever, I mean, a lot of men have done it. The last couple of months, man, there's been some men who came out and said a lot of things about a lot of women. And guess what? He hasn't been the only one. So
no, he is not. And they've been lame too.
I'm not even talking about Jada. I'm talking about other males in the industry of entertainment that have came out and verbally said women's names. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. Again, it's just a certain type of guy. It's a certain type of man. It's a certain type of guy. But I don't think they should because, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like,
straight up.
It's not like you're getting a job interview. You want points. I mean, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Even when men say, "Oh yeah, I dated so and so," like, why? Why would you tell people that? Like, do you get points for that? Like, what is it? You know what I mean? So I don't know. But anyway,
yeah, his feelings just look hurt, and like Freddie McCoy, his feelings just look hurt, and he just looks sad and pitiful, and he don't even know I feel like he don't even know what it made him look like when he said that. Just dumb.
Yeah, just to take away the name of this whole thing, it's just the topic is it a double standard for men and women to say it? Because another situation happened with another woman who came out and said they had relationships with this other guy. No need to say the names. But it's just, is it just a double standard? So without saying any names, you guys just think of it. Is it a double standard for men to rat out who they've been with versus a woman to rat out? So it seems like it is a double standard. But I just think it's just about a man being a man. But hey, everybody don't think like that. But anyway.
Anywho. Well,
is there anything else? If not, we can hang it up and we could be gone. Does anybody have one last question you guys want to ask us before we go tonight and end episode 89? We want to thank everybody who has joined in with us tonight, who sat here and gave out y'all 2 cents, y'all 16 cents. We appreciate y'all. And
I cannot. Mr. Weezy and oh my God.
I remember the Superhead era. I remember that. What's up, everybody? What's up, JR? What are the highs and lows of your week? Aunt Jeezy, that's a good question. Okay, everybody, we about to end for the night. We want to thank everybody for joining in. So normally what we like to do after we're done with all of our topics, we always ask you guys, what is the last question for the night?
Like what y'all want us to discuss?
Yeah. He said, I won't start cursing now in honor of Miami. Oh my God. So what are the highs and lows of your week?
What were the highs and lows of your week? Go ahead. Huh?
You want to start with your highs and lows of the week?
Well, obviously my low was getting the vid. Okay, that was my low. I just, again, thank God that I'm not sicker than, a lot of people have been. And, I'm still here to talk about it, but I'm fine. I've only had like a cough, and I've had a cough, and at first I thought it was a cold. At first I was told I had a cold, and then I got a cough, and then I lost my sense of taste and smell. That was like days later. So that's when I knew it wasn't just a cold. But yeah, I'm getting my taste back. I'm starting to get my taste back. Not 100%, but I'm starting to taste things again. My smell's not really there a lot. Some of it is, but not really. And my throat is getting better. Like I'm not coughing as much. I only cough like when I'm laughing or whatever. But other than that, I would say that was my low. My high of the week, I guess my low is kind of my high too, because I had some time to like not have to go to work and actually get some things done that I've been trying to get done at home for a minute, that I've just been unable to, or just made so many excuses on why I ain't do it. So I've finally been able to do that. But other than that, that's about it.
That's good, Miss Blessed.
Blessed, honey. Through the vid and all. I'm blessed. Through the vid and all.
Yes, ma'am. My highs and lows for the week.
All right. Mr. Conweezy, oh my God, I can't. So we need our mask on the chat with you. I'm so done.
They not gonna cuss, and then hey go Chaz. Forget that. I'm cussing. Mr. you talking about Mr. Conweezy on YouTube. I'm like, I don't see him in the chat.
Man, so we need our mask on the chat with you. No, see, this is why we are not together today. I'm at home. I'm downstairs. My husband is upstairs. We are quarantining in the house. He hasn't got his test back yet, so hopefully he hasn't caught anything. He doesn't have no symptoms that I have, so I'm praying to God that he's good. And according to them, you're not contagious after a certain amount of days, guys. And I think it's like 10 days. You're not contagious or whatever. But I still stand away from people because I just don't want anybody to get sick until I test negative. So,
yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Go ahead. But what's your highs and lows of the week? Mm-hmm.
My high this week was let's see what today is. Today is Wednesday. So from last Wednesday to today, last week I was a part of World AIDS Day weekend, which is an amazing time of the year for me. There's a lot of holidays when it comes to HIV and AIDS, you guys. And you guys don't know, y'all know I lost my mom and my brothers to HIV complications. So World AIDS Day and National Testing Day and Black HIV Awareness Days and like all that stuff is like big and important to me because they were not around to be able to help and prevent my mom or my brothers. So I take those days very serious. But anyway, the event I was a part of was crazy because on Saturday the 5th was the same day 10 years ago I had my salon grand opening, right? And the 7th was the first day I opened up the doors. So even though I was doing like my new passion and what's part of my new life right now, like to be able to say that the same day 10 years ago, like I ended this decade starting off December 5th, opening a hair salon with something I actually loved at that time. And I'm ending the decade with, hold on, y'all, Shayla went somewhere. I'm ending the decade with, I don't know why you're not on the screen over there. Okay. So Shayla's off YouTube and stuff, y'all. Sorry, it threw me off. Okay. But I'm ending the decade doing something I actually love too. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was just a full circle for me. Like it was just great to be able to have a remembering of where I was 10 years ago versus where I am 10 years later. So the high of that is just seeing how it all comes together, and the low of it is just seeing, like, remembering all the memories of that day. So this week kind of hit a little bit hard because I had so many memories about my hair salon and from the beginning and the whole thing versus me selling it and getting into new things in life, like getting into real estate after that and having a mindset of even talking about HIV around the same time and getting the idea of endorsed by God. You guys see me with my face shirt. So I got that around the same time I sold my salon. So everything was just like a full circle for me. And it was very emotional. And I'm still kind of emotional. I took a couple of days off of social media since the 7th, since Monday. But it was just making me think about just life and how this decade went. Like this decade started just so dope for me, and it's ending still on a different level for me. And I'm looking forward to the next decade and how it's going to start and end too. So emotional, but it was a high and a low. So I'm sorry I had to go through all that just to say that. But what a decade for myself. What a decade. So she didn't let corporate run that office like she wanted to. Oh yeah, Chaz was considered corporate back then. If I had any problems, Chaz got it together. But for the podcast family, Shayla is off the screen, so you guys can't even hear her right now. And we're gonna probably go ahead and end it. But like I said, my highs and lows was, man, I'm still thinking about it. Like I'm still emotional because I remember this time 10 years ago. I remember it. Like, but to end with the World AIDS Day event and hosting that and talking about it and talking about all of that around that, God is just so amazing. So that's my highs and lows, y'all. Y'all know I get real emotional out here in these streets. But I'm just so grateful because when I sold that salon, I had no idea what was next in my life. So to be here today, it's amazing. It's amazing. So on that note, we gone. Because y'all not finna make me crown this live. In the end, it's podcast. So thank you for everybody who's joining in, who has joined in from all over, from YouTube, from Facebook, from Twitter Live, from Twitch Live, from everywhere. We really appreciate you guys. And shout out to IG Live for letting us go over an hour right now. We are over an hour and a half. We appreciate that. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end a podcast for tonight because Shay y'all can't hear her. Y'all can hear her on IG, but y'all can't hear her on the podcast. So I'm going to go ahead and just end it. Oh my God, I cannot believe I just cried again. I've been crying all week. Trust me. But yeah, good night, good morning, and good afternoon, our podcast family. Thank you all for joining in. Until next week for episode 90. 90 is next week. We got 10 more episodes away from 100, 11 from 100. So we're on the countdown after next week. So see y'all next week. And yes, I'm a crybaby. See y'all next week. And until then, we appreciate y'all so much. And as Shay would say, what you would say, Shay? What you would say, Shay? Oh, wait, let me see if I can hear her, y'all. I can't hear this lady. Okay. We gone. That's it. We gone. Bye, y'all.